Steve Dean 12.6 Tactical. We're looking at cheap grocery store survival kits. I know, did dollar store last time, it was pretty good. We went to our local store, actually it's Krogers here. We're going to see what we can get for under 80 bucks. Obviously start out, simple's best. It's a Bic multi-purpose lighter, it's a barbecue lighter. Now they don't actually sell, at least they didn't when I was there, the single Bic lighter, so this is the next best. It was like $3 and some change. It's a little bit much, but you know, not too bad. Also, we got this little pack I put together. The baggies we got off the store also. These Strike Anywhere matches. They were enough to make actually 2 kits. Now, paper towels were just something we had around the house. You could always, you know, get something for a restaurant or just take paper towels, roll them up, and they're individually sealed. And you have 2 fire starting kits with matches and some tinder. Those are pretty simple. I think the matches were for a whole box, 99 cents. Of course, the old standby, the tea candles. I think it was a $1 or $2 for this. And there's 50 of them in there. It's good for light wax to use for starting fires, or starting the fire itself, actually. Nice little set. Next, pure canola oil. This stuff's really great for starting fires, make it a little bit easier. And once you got a little flame going, kicking it up a little more, it adds some heat to it. And you can also use it for vegetable oil and cook with it. So, multi-purpose. But a great little fire starter as well. Now this hand sanitizer is almost all alcohol and it's really flammable. And you can also use it for cleaning yourself, but it works real well for starting fires. Put a little bit of that in some tinder, mix it up, and it'll catch a spark. Not too bad. Chapstick. This is actually really good for starting fires. Take a little bit of cotton, a little bit of tinder, sock fuzz, shirt fuzz, whatever you got. Mix it with a little sliver of this. It'll catch a good spark or good flame, and it'll last for quite a while. A lot better than either individually. But chapstick's really good for starting fires, and also if you need to protect your skin or lips. It's chapstick, so makes sense. And dual purpose again. We got the notebook for 80 cents and some markers to write down whatever you need to write down, and note to somebody that can find you. I don't know, notes on what you saw. But also it's tender. This is a great little tender source. Keep it dry, put it in a Ziploc, a big one, gallon obviously, and it'll work well for starting fires or keeping notes, or I don't know, your end of the world apocalypse journal. That always worked too. Well, there's something that's always hard to find at these kind of places. Is either a stainless steel bottle or a pot to cook in that's not too expensive. But at Krogers, the grocery stores, since they also carry pet stuff, they have stainless steel pet bowls. I think it was like $3 or $4. Stainless steel, single wall, so you can cook on it. And it'll last quite a while if you're using it as a pot or pan. And there's a rubber coating on the bottom. You could theoretically scrape that off and use it to help you with your fire if you wanted to as well. But it's a nice alternative. I mean, the pots and pans there are like 20 bucks. This was $4, I think. So it's not a bad choice. You can boil water in it and cook food in it. It's a good alternative. I think it was $1 pack of raisins. There's 12 ounces of them. And this whole thing has, I don't know, 1,200 calories almost in it. And one little box of raisins. Weighs nothing. It's less than a pound. A couple cans of whatever was on sale, 10 for 10 I think. And actually it was cheaper than that. 2 cans of tuna. A little protein. Help you out somewhat. Get you through the first couple days at least. We didn't take the ramen noodles this time, but we went for the rice. This 2 pounds of rice can last you a very long time. Rice expands 3 times when you add the water to it and you cook it. So you're looking at a lot of carbs there, a lot of good nutrition. And I always like putting a can of something in there, and this was chunky sirloin burger soup. But it's pop top, so you don't need to have can opener necessarily, and you can cook in it afterwards for a little while. It won't fall apart. So it's a good multi-purpose. Helper protein. Thing of black beans. It was the cheapest beans they had. There are a lot to choose from. I think it was a little less than $1 a pound. In this one there's 1,300 calories plus the protein, so it's not too bad. Now, I was looking for the large rat traps, so they have the small ones, but they'll work for small game, small rodent stuff you have to hunt for. But if you use these, make sure you drill a hole ahead of time, put some 550 through it so you can stake it down, otherwise your game could run off with your trap and you lose both. But it's a nice little $1 investment. Help you out. Little utility knife, I think it was like $3 or $4. It's fairly solid, you know. Won't last forever, but it'll last, obviously, the first onset of your necessity. But, nice little knife. And I got this, it actually should be in the water section, but to make the water taste a little better, black cherry drink mix. And it'll last for a couple drops, will make it taste good. But that'll make more sense in the water section, which is up next. Oh, hold on. We also have this. And this is actually a really good idea. They're little kebabs. And what you do is you just take the end, you bend them in there, and they make little loops out of them, right in here. And you can run these guys together, and it makes a little grill. For example, pop it out here for you. I think they only cost, $2. But they only have them this time of year when people are grilling out. You bend those in, you put them across from each other, you put all 4 of them up in the ground, like so, and you can run a stick through them and make a little grill out of them, kind of like so. Make sense? One here, one here. You'll of course have to get some kind of stick that's not going to burn, some piece of metal. Maybe another pack of these would be good. But they're pretty good. You can always use them for, what they're made for. Skewers. Tent sticks. But they're a good little use. And I think they were like $2. So it's not too bad. And, of course, aluminum foil. You can do almost anything with aluminum foil. Make your pots, make your pans, make a solar oven. I mean, it's limitless. But that's the food section. Now we're in water. There's water collection, purification. Obviously, we have the fire starter. That's a good way to purify water. But if you didn't have fire, didn't want to have a signal out like that, you could use your bleach. And there's 60 ounces of this. And I looked up on Department of Health's website. It's only a quarter teaspoon to gallon of water. Twice that if it's really cloudy, to purify water in an emergency. So this will get you hundreds of gallons of water. It costs, I think, 98 cents. So it's a good option for getting your water. You also gallon storage bags and little sandwich bags. These are for collecting water, keeping water. They're not the greatest. Obviously, it won't last forever, but they are watertight. So it's a really good option for the cost. And lastly, of course, trash bags. 10 bags. These are garbage size. You can split them in half, make a pretty big shelter if you needed to, or use them for collection of water. Now, we'll see this again when you go to Silver Shelter next, but they're pretty good. They're not going to last forever, obviously, but you can double them up, triple them up, and there's a lot of square foot in this if you need to get a shelter up pretty quick. Okay, we're going to talk about shelter now, but I found these two. These are in the back. I forgot I even had them on the bottom. It's, what is this? 8 bars of granola bars. 98 cents, $1 something. Is really cheap. And it's good calories. I think I figured out the total on this. If you look at it, 2, 4, 6, 10 bars total. 1,000 calories. So it's not bad. You have at least 2 or 3 days of food, but on the shelter. Really good buy. Simple, $3 shower liner. This is a heavy mill plastic, very thick. And the cool thing is, not only itself is good, but it comes in this really thick pouch. So you have a shower liner, which is 71 inches by 71 inches. Really big shelter to use. Even has magnets on the bottom. You can use those for sinkers, for weights, for all kinds of different things. You can also use it for making a compass out of a needle. You've all seen that. If you need to, give me some questions in the comments. I'll show you how to do that. But you got a waterproof container as well. Not only a shelter, but a water collection device. Could be anything, cooking device. But it's a good little buy for $3. It's a really big shelter, really thick, really durable, and it comes with a little bag. So I like it. Next, you need cordage. Now this 3/16 by 100 was the exact same price as the 3/16 by 50 feet, so might as well buy the extra 50 feet. And it was, I think, $253. But it's good for putting up your lines for your tents, your lines for your shelters with this. Anything, really. But not bad buy. I got pink zebra duct tape, and why'd I get pink zebra? Because it was on closeout, and it was only $1.88, half price. So, duct tape's really nice. You can make it for shelter. And this is actually just a multi-purpose tool. It's almost a misc tool. But yeah, for $1.88, can't beat it. I think what's on here is 10 yards. So, it's a fair amount. Not too bad. This is one of the better ones here. There's 10 construction razor blades. Use them for everything. Instead of messing your cooking knife up, you can cut your rope with this. I mean, there are many purposes. I think it was $2 for this little pack of razor blades. There's 10 of them in there. So that's really good. And lastly, for shelter, regular transparent tape. You're like, why transparent tape? Because if you've ever taken transparent tape and garbage bags and taped them together, it is like a super seal. It's like a Fort Knox seal. It really holds real well. So it's something to keep together. I mean, just simple, transparent tape and this makes a really, really good bond, and it'll hold together in fairly good weather. And the cool thing about it is once you get it on there, the water's not going to affect the tape connection to the plastic. So something to think about. And that's our shelter. Next, we're going to go on hygiene and some miscellaneous. Okay, hygiene. We talked about some stuff. We can boil water. It's good for hygiene. We have some hand sanitizer. That's good. The only thing we don't have is soap in here. So what we got was a little thing of dish soap. Not the best dish soap, but it works really well at cleaning yourself and your gear and disinfecting stuff. I think a few cents, 98 cents I think for that. Good purchase. Now a lot of this is like the dollar store stuff. It's a lot similar, but there's a few differences here. Another similarity, the little sponges with the green scrubbies and the regular yellow bottoms. Really good at cleaning your gear. I think this is 3 for $1 or something, really incredibly inexpensive, but really good for cleaning yourself up. We got lights. Now one's this little flashlight. I think it was like a $4 or $5 flashlight. Comes with batteries. I like that. It's an LED one, so it'll last a long time. And it's aluminum housing, so I mean, you probably can't run it over the truck, but it'll work really well for getting light. Not too bad of a purchase. And also, I thought about, this is a little night glow bracelet you get for kids. Now they had a small glow stick for $1. And, it was a small one, green. It was okay. This is 10 glow bands, which probably have less light, but there's 10 of them in there, so you can add as much as you want to, control the light levels. And if you needed to last a long time, you could have probably 1 or 2 lumens with one of these for 10 nights in a row. But it's up to you. But this is a $2 purchase as opposed to the $1 small chem light. But I don't mind. It's a good one. I like it. Oh, and the last piece is the receipt. If you look at it, this was $77.89. That's not too bad. Less than $80. You got a full, probably 4 or 5 day kit, and some stuff will last longer than that. And throw the receipt in there so you can burn that. But thanks for watching. Hopefully this gets you an idea of what you can get on the cheap for a good basic survival kit. Now, this is going to last you forever? No. But it does get you in the right direction. And this will save your life for 3 or 4 days. If you have an emergency, a flood, a tornado, you're stuck in your house for a little while, this will get you through. And of course, if you have a larger family, accommodate for the higher numbers. But for less than $80, you really can't beat it. Well, thanks for watching. Once again, Steve Dean, 12-6 Tactical. And you have a nice day. Good luck out there.